Welcome back, everyone. Week 5 college football picks. All right, we're gonna jump into the noon games. All right, we got Minnesota Golden Gophers playing against Michigan. Michigan is only favored by 10.5. What the heck? Anyway, Michigan's favored by 10. They're gonna cover the 10, and the over/under is 39.5. Hammer the over. Hammer the over. Then you got Nebraska at noon. Nebraska playing Purdue. Nebraska's favored by 9.5. The over/under is 49.5. Take the over. It's gonna be a high-scoring game. Nebraska covers that one. Then you got at noon as well. You got Oklahoma State versus Kansas State. Kansas State's favored by 5.5, and the over/under is 54.5. Hammer the over on this one and take Oklahoma State to cover the spread. But I think Kansas State ends up winning the game, but Oklahoma State covers the spread. And then move down. We got Arkansas versus Texas A&M. You got Texas A&M minus 4.5, and the over/under is 52.5. I think that they go under on the points, and Arkansas covers the spread. Then you got the Oklahoma Sooners playing at 3:30 against Auburn Tigers. Oklahoma Sooners favored by 3. Auburn Tigers, or the over/under is 47.5. And Oklahoma is going to cover that 3, and they're going to dominate this game. Auburn's having a bad year. Their team's not good this year. Then at 3:30, you got Wisconsin versus USC. USC is favored by 14.5, and the over/under is 51.5. Hammer the over on this. High-scoring game. USC wins that one, and they cover. Then you got, at 3:30, you got the Louisville Cardinals versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame's favored by 6.5, and the over/under is 48.5. I would hammer the under on this one, and I would take Louisville to cover the 6.5. I think Notre Dame wins the game, but Louisville covers. Then you got Colorado Buffaloes playing the UCF Knights. I would take it's 63.5 the over/under, and the spread is UCF minus 12. I would hammer that every day of the week, the under on this, and I would take UCF minus 12. Colorado, not very good. Not very good. All right, let me move on down. You got Texas Longhorns versus Mississippi State. Mississippi State is having a down year, terrible year. You got Texas favored by 38, and the over/under 61.5. I would hammer the over, and I would take Texas 38. Texas is going to blow them out. Then you got Iowa State versus Houston. Iowa State's favored by 13, and the over/under is 43.5. I would take Houston to cover that spread and the under, but Iowa's going to win the game, though. Then you got the Illinois Fighting Illini versus Penn State Nittany Lions at 7:30. Penn State's favored by 17.5, and the over/under is 47.5. I would hammer that spread because Illinois is a dog this year. I would hammer that spread and take Illinois on that one, and then I would take the under on the points, but I think Penn State still wins the game. Then you got Ohio State Buckeyes at 7:30 against Michigan State. Ohio State's favored by 24, and the over/under is 50.5. Michigan State sucks, so take Ohio State, the points, and the over. Then you got LSU South Alabama at 7:45. 65.5 points is the over/under, and LSU's favored by 20.5. Hammer the under on that and take LSU. LSU's going to blow them out. Then the big game of the day, where college game day is at, Georgia versus Alabama. This one is a big game. It's in Alabama. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a great game. Georgia's favored by 2.5 on here, and 51.5 is the over. Take Alabama to cover the spread. Alabama's going to win this game. Alabama's going to win the game, and they're going to take the over on the points. It's going to be high scoring. It's going to be a dogfight coming down to the end, but Alabama pulls it out and covers the spread. Then you got the Oregon Ducks versus the UCLA Bruins at 11 p.m. It's Oregon's favored by 24, and the over-under is 55.5. All these late-night games are usually high-scoring, and UCLA sucks. So take Oregon and the points and the over. And then at 10:15, you got Arizona Wildcats versus the Utah Utes, and Utah's favored by 12.5. Arizona is not very good this year, so I would take Utah on this one and the points, and the over-under is 51.5. I'm telling you, these late-night games, they exceed the points. Take the over. And one game, Florida State versus SMU, I would take SMU. I would take anyone against Florida State right now. Florida State cannot buy a bucket, cannot buy a win. I know they have one win, but they suck. They're falling down. So I would take SMU 4.5, and the over/under is 47.5.